Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are excited to have you back for week 2 of Club Hidalgo Online. Just to get started, a little show and tell. I have, it's like a little stork. It's like a bird that was made out of bamboo. I brought this back from Taiwan, and so you can see the beak here. It's got the neck, and then the body, the tail, and then the legs. And so they were very creative in how they made this bird, this crane, I believe, or stork, in Taiwan. So brought that back, and it says some stuff there. If you want to order one, whatever that says. Yeah. Okay, for our lesson for today, we're going to start out with a lesson from Matthew. So if you want to get your Bible and you want to do a sword drill, the verse to start with is Matthew 6:25. Matthew 6:25. Go. I already had it open to Matthew. So remember, when you get into the book of the Bible, we see here at the top it says Matthew. Then the big numbers, you got 7 here. And so 6 is over here. I said 25, so you keep going through 6 until you find little number 25, which is right here. And that setting, or excuse me, the heading says do not worry. So today's lesson is on do not worry. And this is what Jesus said. He was teaching some people. It's called the Sermon on the Mount. And he said, I tell you, don't worry. Don't worry about your life and what you'll eat or drink. And don't worry about your body and what you will wear. Isn't there more to life than eating? Aren't there more important things for the body than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They don't plant or gather crops. They don't put away crops in storerooms, but your Father who is in heaven feeds them. Aren't you worth much more than they are? Can you add even 1 hour to your life by worrying? So this isn't saying don't be careful. It's just saying don't worry. I'm going to skip forward just a little bit. I'm going to skip forward down to 31. So don't worry. Don't say, what will we eat, or what will we drink, or what will we wear? People who are ungodly run after all those things. Your Father who is in heaven knows that you need them. But, okay, this is an important verse, 33. But put God's kingdom first. Do what He wants you to do. Then all those things will be also given to you. So don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. So the point here is to trust God. That God doesn't say that our life will be easy. He doesn't say that we'll be protected from every sickness, from persecution, anything like that. But He does say trust Him because He's got this and He loves you. When I was thinking about this, about don't worry, it reminded me of a book I like to read. And some of you have heard this before. Scaredy Squirrel. So I wanted to go ahead and read that also. Scaredy Squirrel. Scaredy Squirrel by Melanie Watt. That's Scaredy Squirrel. You can tell by the arrow. Okay, warning. Scaredy Squirrel insists that everyone wash their hands with antibacterial soap before reading this book. All right, I think I need to shift a little bit. Okay. Scaredy Squirrel. And there's a little bee. Okay, so we see Scaredy Squirrel up here. Got a tree. Scaredy Squirrel, he's so cute. Aww. He's waving. Okay. Scaredy Squirrel never leaves his nut tree. He'd rather stay in his safe and familiar tree than risk venturing out into the unknown. The unknown can be a scary place for a squirrel. Here, we'll shift this a little bit. Okay. All right, so here we have the unknown. A few things Scaredy Squirrel is afraid of. Green Martians, killer bees, tarantulas, poison ivy, germs, and sharks. So he's perfectly happy to stay right where he is. In Scaredy Squirrel's nut tree, every day is the same. Everything is predictable. All is under control. Monday, Scaredy Squirrel. Tuesday, Scaredy Squirrel. Wednesday, Scaredy Squirrel. Thursday, Scaredy Squirrel. Friday, Scaredy Squirrel. Saturday, Scaredy Squirrel. And Sunday, Scaredy Squirrel. In his nut tree, not in the unknown. Scaredy Squirrel's daily routine. 6:45, wake up. 7 a.m., eat a nut. 7:15 a.m., see the binoculars. Look at the view. 12 noon, eat a nut. 12:30 p.m., look at the view. 5 p.m., eat a nut. 5:31 p.m., look at the view. 8 p.m., go to sleep. But, let's say, just for example, that something unexpected did happen. Wow. You can rest assured that this squirrel is prepared. A few items in Scaredy Squirrel's emergency kit. Hard hat, antibacterial soap, calamine lotion, parachute, bug spray, mask and rubber gloves, net, Band-Aid, and sardines. What to do in case of an emergency according to Scaredy Squirrel. Step 1. Panic! Ah! Like that. Well, you can do it however you want. Step 2, run. Step 3, get kit. Step 4, put on kit. Step 5, consult exit plan. Step 6, exit tree if there is absolutely, definitely, truly no other option. This is merely a dramatization. Exit plan, top secret. Please do not share this with anyone. This is just between you, me, and Scaredy Squirrel. Exit 1. Okay, here's his tree, by the way. Exit 1, note to self, watch out for green Martians and killer bees in the sky. Exit 2, note to self, do not land in river. If unavoidable, use sardines to distract sharks. Exit 3, note to self, look out for poison ivy and for tarantulas roaming the ground. Poison ivy and tarantulas. Exit 4, note to self, keep in mind the germs are everywhere. Remember, if all else fails, playing dead is always a good option. With his emergency kit in hand, Scaredy Squirrel watches. Day after day, he watches. Until one day, Thursday, 9:37 a.m., look what's in his eyes, or reflecting in his binoculars. What is it? Yeah, that's right. A killer bee appears! Scaredy Squirrel jumps in panic, knocking his emergency kit out of the tree. This was not part of the plan. I hope you're sufficiently panicking at the same time. Scaredy Squirrel jumps to catch his kit. He quickly regrets this idea. The parachute is in the kit. Bad news. But something incredible happens. What do you think it was? I can't hear you, so you might be right there. He starts to glide. Scaredy Squirrel is no ordinary squirrel. He's a flying squirrel. Wow. He feels overjoyed, adventurous. Scaredy Squirrel forgets all about the killer bee, not to mention the tarantulas, poison ivy, green Martians, germs, and sharks. He feels carefree, alive, until he lands in a bush. Score 5.7. All right. Until he lands in a bush and plays dead. 30 minutes later. 1 hour later. 2 hours later. Finally, Scaredy Squirrel realizes that nothing horrible is happening in the unknown today. So he returns to his nut tree. All this excitement has inspired Scaredy Squirrel to make drastic changes in his life. Drastic. Let's see what they are. Scaredy Squirrel's new and improved daily routine. 6:45, wake up. 7 a.m., eat a nut. 7:15 a.m., look at the view. 9:37 a.m., jump into the unknown. 9:45 a.m., play dead. Oh, it's hard to read while I'm playing dead. 10:45 a.m., return home. 12 noon, eat a nut. 12:30 p.m., look at the view. 5 p.m., eat a nut. 5:31 p.m., look at the view. And 8 p.m., go to sleep. Whew. Those are some big changes he made, right? Yeah. P.S. As for the emergency kit, Scaredy Squirrel is in no hurry to pick it up just yet. Why do you think that is? Because it's in the poison ivy. The end. So, I wanted to read that story because it's fun, first of all, but also Scaredy Squirrel spent his day worrying all the time, so he never did anything. And then once he finally gave up a little bit, well, he was forced. He actually didn't intentionally. Once he was kind of forced out of his zone and had to face what he was worried about, he realized, that wasn't anything like I expected. So, we don't know what to expect, and so worrying does not help us. And so if we will trust God, pray, definitely pray a lot, make wise decisions. Definitely God does say to seek wisdom, pray for wisdom even. And so make wise decisions, but don't worry. Trust God, trust that He loves you, and put it in His hands. Seek first His kingdom and what He wants, and then let Him take care of the rest. So we are praying for you guys. We look forward to the time when we can get back together in person and see you. But until that time, keep joining us as we post more online at clubhidalgo.org and on the Facebook page, Club Hidalgo, so that we can stay connected with you guys. Have a wonderful day and take care. See you soon.